Homeschool, the podcast where me and Andrew Rivers do some monologues, jokes with a guest who laughs or leaves or mutes us. I don't know what they do on their end. And then we just BS about life, what's going on in the world, and comedy. So mostly what's going on in the world in comedy because we don't have anything going on in our lives.
We share some
Today,
personal stories from tour. Oh, wait, never mind.
we have Casey McLain as the guest, who has a couple great podcasts you can check out. Nobody Likes Casey McLain, which was going to be the title of our podcast, but
Was already taken.
And with two other awesome Pacific Northwest comedians, Kevin Eggleston and Chase Myers. He does High and Inside, a little fun wordplay on lockdown and sports. That's fun. I like it. You got any live dates coming up, Casey?
I do. March 26th, 27th, I will be opening for Gabriel Rutledge in Boise, Idaho. April 1st through 3rd, I'm opening for Paul Verzi in Oklahoma City. April 8th through 10th, I'm opening for Chris Porter at Tacoma Comedy Club. And then May 1st, some people who have seen you can come see me Chalet Theater in Enumclaw. Gabe Rutledge and I are going to try I know. I've spent 12 months with not a single goddamn date, and now I'm going to ruin my marriage in the first month out, you know?
Well, you got locked down the perfect time for your marriage and life, probably, having a kid.
It felt like that at the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
Then I got sick of these assholes.
When lockdown started, my daughter was barely crawling, like just showing signs of crawling. And now she's like walking and talking and singing and screaming and climbing on shit. It's a real nightmare.
You're like, I wish we could send you outside to run around and get away from us. Andrew, anything live?
April 1st in Salem, Oregon, somewhere. And April 2nd, somewhere with Corey's gig that he booked me on.
Yeah, Arlington. It's
All
already
right.
sold out. It's crazy.
Well,
yeah.
It's going to be upgraded to 50% capacity pretty soon, maybe.
I told him that today, and he goes, "Oh, last show we were at 50%." I was like,
we'll mute that and edit that in post, and it's all right. Oh, if
Arlington,
anybody listens
Virginia.
to this, okay, that makes sense. Then end of April, Tacoma Comedy Club in Spokane in May, and that's all. Who knows? Someday
cool.
down the line.
I'll be at that April 2nd show up there in Arlington, April 8th through 10th in Spokane at Spokane Comedy Club. Working on now. I'm going to be fully vaccinated on April 3rd, so I'm going. I'll go anywhere now, and so I'm going to reach out to that Dubai gal and see if I can get back there. Tacoma in May the 13th through the 15th with Chad, Frick, and Daniels.
It's a dream gig.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. All right, well, let's do a 3-second pause because I don't know how to edit things.
Casey is like, I can confirm that I do all of your editing. Hey, welcome to Homeschool Podcast number 34 with Cory Michaelis and Andrew Rivers. How are you, Cory? Welcome home.
I'm doing all right. I think I'm getting a bit of a case of the Mondays.
Hope that. What's the death rate on that?
And erect. It's harder to write jokes because every day there's not like a story of like, hey, the president announces the vaccine will be distributed through T-shirt cannons.
Yeah. Goddamn competent administration making our jobs difficult, you know? It's interesting. I keep seeing comedians my age getting the vaccine, and I'm jealous, but also it lets me know which one of my friends is closer to death, you know? I'm like, wow, no wonder he's so bad at comedy. He's barely alive. He can't think right, you know?
Yeah, I'm getting up there. I got one shot. And the more good news on the vaccine front, every adult will be eligible by May 1st, according to President Biden. So nobody will be shamed anymore for having pre-existing conditions or lying about being a first responder.
Yeah, it's good. I think that's how Trump got his vaccine shot. He was like, I was there on 9/11, helping pull people from the rubble. Give me a shot. He lives on through our jokes. Same. Maryland and Wyoming are among other states reopening to 100%, and Washington going to 50% in a few weeks. So we're almost out of this, I think. Or this it's the brightest right before the darkness. But I just got hired for a college gig in South Dakota, but I can't
Big
imagine
mistake.
what that's going to be like. Those gigs are usually sparsely attended. First of all, I didn't even know they had colleges, but you know,
How old are
I
all
can't
those
imagine.
students?
Yeah.
50?
I don't know.
Students are too old to even. How are you gonna do any of your jokes there about COVID? They don't even believe in it. No, that's gonna
Yeah,
be
I don't
tough.
know. It's going to be awkward. I'm sure the Trump jokes will win him over, though. That's my plan. Uh, I heard they were going to book a mentalist, but he was like, oh, they think COVID is a hoax. Looks like they've already been hypnotized. So I can't really do anything here.
Uh, so you guys know, I don't know if you know this, Texas isn't the only place to go if you hate face coverings right now.
Ooh.
Shout out to our friends in Switzerland. They passed a law banning burqas in public.
That's pretty racist for a neutral country, you know, but Switzerland is only like 5% Muslim and most of them don't wear burqas anyway. I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't get it. Switzerland's so white, we're the #8 comedy podcast there. So.
That's pretty fucking white. That's like banning condoms at my house. You know, they're not even seen there. You know, I mean, I believe in them, but I'm not gonna wear it unless I'm trying to impress someone. So,
Or
when you
banning
go
women.
Or if
all right,
you're
let's get crazy. All right,
or if you're going to church.
as I go to their house. All right.
Now I feel like they're just going out of their way to be racist, right? So fuck you again, Switzerland. Your fish are too chewy and they get stuck in my teeth, and your furniture is cheap garbage nobody can pronounce. I think that's Sweden, but shit. Anyway,
Who cares?
plus, of course, their food sucks. Their most famous chef is a Muppet.
Yeah, fuck them. All those white places banning all face coverings except for health reasons. Do they care about ski masks? You know, like they have a lot of banks in Switzerland. Maybe this isn't a racism thing. It's like an anti-robberism. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Well, speaking
I'm
of
trying to help you,
racism-
Switzerland.
I don't think you. Speaking of racism, maybe you can help these folks out. Did you hear that the British royal family might be racist?
What? Wow.
Yeah, I had no. In a bombshell interview with Oprah, Meghan Markle revealed that Prince Charming isn't the family name.
Oh, wow. Yeah, she admitted to not Googling anything about her husband or the royal family because she loved who he showed her when they were together, not what the internet says. Well, I guess you were asleep in American history class or Cory was hungover that day, but
For sure.
she is going to freak out when she hears about India.
Oh, yeah. The sun never sets on the British Empire. The media said Beyonce didn't have her own baby and she's just the queen of the Bay Hive. Imagine what they do to actual royalty.
Yeah. Well, they're not the only ones experiencing racism right now. Anti-Asian hate crime is on the rise. Seattle had a record 14 reported crimes this year, up from 9 last year. It's crazy. I've been bullied way more than 9 times this year. I would like a news story also.
Also, where are all these crimes happening at? I think everybody's been staying in their houses. This sounds like Asian on Asian violence to me.
Yeah, they're the problems.
I have only racist things to interject right now.
Well, that fits right in with the podcast, but
Throw stars at us.
in a paper house. All right. Cops are now eligible for the vaccine, so coughing will no longer get you out of a speeding ticket.
Why did the last cop that pulled me over tell me to bend over and cough? That's weird.
Well, it's a new test they're working on.
Is that a Skippy Sprinkles joke?
I don't know.
Oh,
Just, maybe.
it sounds like it.
It's probably.
Texas isn't the only thing wide open. Do callbacks work on a podcast the week later with no listeners?
Skippy Sprinkles is our writer, so it's
Ghostwriter.
yeah. Republicans are calling for a congressional hearing into the Britney Spears conservatorship because Mr. Potato Head, Dr. Seuss, and Pepe Le Pew weren't distracting enough.
Yeah. Pepe Le Pew, isn't that another name for WAP?
Some stinky ass pussy.
I'm all for it, by the way, this congressional hearing. I'm sick of people trying to take away my childhood. I spent hours in my room as a kid studying that Britney Spears album cover.
Yeah. Well, nobody's trying to take away your childhood. You're always going to remember when your dad left.
Oh,
My dad left
Britney
when I was
Spears
32.
was not around in your childhood. She was in your mid-adulthood.
Yeah, your parents left you too late. They stuck around way too long, Andrew.
Boy, yeah,
which
they
is
believed
good.
in me.
It's a lot earlier for most comedians. Chad Daniels is known for his dad leaving when he was like 8, and he replied, "Wow," when he saw the tweet of that last joke.
Aren't you working with him in May? That's going to be awkward.
Well, I mean, only if his dad shows up.
Well, there you go. Speaking of absent fathers and racism, time for our Bachelor update.
The
I thought that was
Bachelor,
going to be
let's
about
do
me.
it.
I thought we were just going into my part as an answer.
Yeah. Casey
Welcome,
McLain
Casey
is a
McLain.
bachelor soon. The Bachelor's Bree Springs called her fantasy suite date life-changing, and then Matt James dumped her. She's quite the clairvoyant. They've officially unfollowed each other on Instagram, so this is big news.
It's very serious. Women have said sleeping with me was life-changing, but mainly because they had to change the outcome of the life growing inside of them. But they don't unfollow me; they just block my number. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I feel like Katie owes me a little bit, you know? I mean, if she hadn't left my house so unsatisfied, she would have never gone viral as the dildo girl, so...
Viral. I thought you said you didn't sleep together. That sounds like you did.
Oh, well, yeah, if that's not an ad for lowering your standards, I don't know what is, you know? Listen, either sleep with Andrew or be known as the dildo girl on television. She was like, I'm going to take my chances on television, see what happens.
She would have been known as the dildo girl if she stayed with you too.
Yeah. That's the joke.
Oh my bad. I was just.
No, you're
going
fine.
down-
It's
down to how much of a dildo
we like
you
to
are. I'm
we like to
sorry, I'm
explain them.
sorry.
We like to explain them. It's fine.
Nah, that's
Sorry.
either way, it's a huge risk. And Chris Harrison, the host of The Bachelor, is actually out as the host of The Bachelor. Now they're trying to cancel my adulthood too.
Oh, you spend a lot of time in your bedroom studying him also?
I mean, yeah.
Joe Biden is planning a victory lap after passing a large stimulus bill now. I think this is where he breaks a hip and they put him down while he's still got a 70% approval rating.
Yeah.
Is this the only way that you guys know what's going on in politics now? Because I have no fucking idea what that guy's doing, and it's the best. I can go back to like I was in high school again.
When you didn't know what the president was up to, yeah. No
Yeah,
doubt.
it's like Britney
I think that's why they
Spears-
called him. Yeah.
Britney Spears.
They called him
is in the
sleepy
news.
like it was an insult, you know? They're like, it's like, no, I want to not pay attention. I would like to go back to sleep.
We can finally all sleep at night.
Casey's
There's an
like,
adult
Britney
in charge. We're fine.
Spears, Chris Harrison, The Bachelor. What's going on? President
damn.
not tweeting every day. Well, I mean, if he takes that victory lap and he starts to get out of breath, he just say he has COVID, right? We'll feel sympathetic for him. It won't hurt his numbers, even though he's vaccinated. I swear, it's not a hoax.
Well, you know what else isn't a hoax? Another deadly pandemic breaking out. Horse herpes has reached 7 European countries. And,
Wow.
you know, we were just in Enumclaw, so we better get tested.
Yeah. Call it where it came from. Enumclaw virus.
Yeah, there you go.
Enumclaw 21.
Enumclaw 21. How old was that guy? Enumclaw 35. Anyway. Hey, speaking of dating, I'm scared to get back in the saddle. You know, I haven't been with a woman in a year now, and I get nervous with all this dirty talk, setting expectations too high. This girl was like, I had a dream about you last night. I was like, how flexible was I in this dream?
Very. Your schedule isn't the only thing wide open. Swallow this asshole, China.
Yeah. Call back again.
Callback to a callback.
Yeah, I had to download a stretching app. It says changing my life because I'm usually lugging suitcases and climbing in Ubers and planes and crying in the fetal position. So I've had nothing to do but sit around for the last year and do whatever I wanted. And turns out all I've ever wanted to do was sit around.
I think what you did, what you were doing before, is called alcoholic yoga.
Yeah, yeah. Just I pass out like this, so it's probably a position.
Downward facing. I can't think of a joke. The NFL's tampering period.
Downward facing
starting
Mad Dog.
right now. There you go. 2020, 2021. Starting, but yeah, because free agency and stuff like that. And Andrew's getting an early start by flirting with some free agents. Andrew, do you have any new love of your life you want to talk about? Anybody?
Well, I mean, there's always somebody. I imagine a life with the UPS lady every time she drops something off. So
yeah,
could
that's
be.
true.
Yeah.
Tell you what Brown can do for me. He can put that package in the back. Dildo
This is
girl.
a oversized delivery. Yeah, I've been stimulated by Joe Biden more than anybody this year. So, I've been trying to get a little more aggressive. I sent this girl flowers, but she texted somebody else, "Thank you," before she realized I was the guy who sent her flowers. So,
Oh man.
a little
How
awkward.
many people?
Andrew's been stimulated by Joe Biden more than anyone this year. Now we know why he grew out his hair. So Biden can smell it. That's
Smell
the
it.
joke.
There you go. Okay, I was just laughing politely. I didn't get it. But I got it now. Gotcha.
Fondle.
Herbal
How
essence,
many,
baby. Let's go.
How many people is this chick sexting that there are two Andrews? That's a bummer.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I'm looking on the bright side, but I think I like to think of it as I'm climbing the draft rankings. This dude fucked up. He said 2 weeks ago he was going to buy her flowers, and then he didn't. So,
well, and he can't send her flowers now.
Right.
He's got to send her like a pony or some shit. Oh, cool. You got me flowers. That was the comedian's dumb idea, you idiot.
well, more dumb ideas.
Yeah.
The final 50 Shades of Grey book is coming very soon, and so am I.
Casey again thought this was the part of the podcast we're talking to him. Dumb idea. So, well, 50 Shades of Grey. That's a long time ago. Now is how I would describe their pubes.
Meatloaf. Meatloaf.
That's a safe word for this podcast to end. And our next guest's favorite dish.
And that's how he gets all of his gigs. Please give a round of applause to Casey McLain.
The episode that I listened to in preparation, you've really stepped up your sound effect game, Andrew.
Well, sometimes it's